What's up, Taurus? Welcome to your February 2021 general reading. This is going to be for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but of course, it is not going to resonate with all of you guys, okay? Definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus. You might get added messages. You might get a different message entirely that suits you better, okay? If you are interested in a personal reading, you can reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com, but please first go to my About tab, look at the menu of services, pricing, all of that. And if you decide you'd like to schedule a live reading, you can actually do that yourself with the link provided below. I don't want to talk too much in the beginning because woo-wee, Taurus. It's interesting. I really felt like I needed to talk to you guys today. Obviously, I'm a little late on these reads, so I need to talk to you anyways. But you're in my mind, okay? Now, out of the 6 cards I pulled, we've got 2 major arcana, the Lovers and Wheel of Fortune. I love it. The bottom of the deck, you got the Ten of Cups. So a lot of focus on family, a lot of focus on happiness. It's interesting because since we are in Aquarius season, we're talking about 10th house energy for you, which is very much connected to career and goals and your achievements and your public image, all of that. You know, 10th house energy is Capricorn energy. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn, although there's no Capricorn sign here. That just felt like that could be a thing. But it's really about, I think for a lot of you guys, getting your happy back. Not to say that you weren't. Actually, Tauruses have been in a really good place, but it seems like there might be a little bit of friction this month that has you possibly second guessing some things. And what it feels like is it doesn't really feel like it's you. For some of you guys, maybe who are in a relationship, maybe this is a fresher, newer relationship. This could be like you guys have gone through such a honeymoon phase, and like maybe now here we are, you've stumbled across your first big fight or your first sign of resistance, something like that. I just kind of want to cut to the chase because I don't know, I feel like there's like this pull to just kind of talk about it. Of course, I'm going to clarify everything and get into that, but you do have Raindrops card, which says take a chance on them. So again, if you guys are in a relationship, let's say, and you've been dealing with someone and things have been great, and maybe it feels like this is a time where there's, you know, a little shake of the table. This is spirit really telling you that no, this is your person, you know, don't trip, at least for some of you. But let's clarify before I talk too much. Now, you guys start out with the Lovers, which is in the past position. You've got the Two of Swords, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Lovers card is beautiful. It's connected to Gemini energy. So some of you guys may be dealing with someone who's a Gemini or has a lot of Gemini in their chart. You yourself may have Gemini in your chart. But the Lovers was originally called a choice. Now, for some of you guys, especially you Taurus singles, this could have to do with you guys having to decide of, hey, do I like Billy or do I like Joe? Do I like Sarah or do I like Beth? Ooh, these names, I don't know, they're very random. I don't know why. It's very random. I don't know any Billies, Joes. Yes, I do. Sarah's or Beth's. I don't. Yes, I do. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Point is, you've got 2 cards here sitting side by side that talk about having to make a decision, especially on love. So for some of you guys, you know, some of you singles, maybe you've been dating a couple people and now it's kind of coming to the point where, okay, am I going left? Am I going right? That type of thing. Ooh, the World card. This talks about travel. This also talks about the completion of a huge cycle. The World card, just like the Wheel of Fortune, it shows all of the fixed sign energies. So you guys, Aquarius, Scorpio and Leo. So maybe you're dealing with one of those signs. But this is definitely for a lot of you guys, especially those of you who are in a relationship, this is the beginning of a new cycle of that relationship. For some of you guys, this has to do with buying a home together. Some of you guys may be moving together. You've got the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We're just clarifying it. You got the Ace of Wands underneath that. This could talk about family too. Some of you guys might be finding out that you're pregnant, starting a family, but definitely you guys are in a new place. And that would make sense too, because let's say if this doesn't have to do with deciding between 2 lovers, and let's say like this is like you and your one person that you've been dealing with, I feel like there's some communication that needs to happen. Again, it seems like for some of you guys might be having your first little bump in the road and not really knowing how to handle that, right? So communication needs to happen. You got the Ace of Swords, which is clarifying the Two of Swords. Ace of Swords is truth. It is clarity. It is a change of ideas. It is the communication. You know, it is all those things concerning that. And I love that because with this Two of Swords sitting here initially, Two of Swords is someone who's just kind of stuck and blocked, right? They're stuck in this thought, like they're just stuck at the fork in the road, won't move. So I do think that there will be clarity happening. You know, whether you're the person who's initiating that or not, it might be the other person, especially if you're dealing with a air sign individual or possibly a Virgo. With the Karmic card, it just feels like maybe you guys have gone through a little bit of a rough patch and not knowing quite how to handle that. But let's see here. This Wheel of Fortune. Star. Yes, there is hope and healing, right? There is hope and healing involved. This is Aquarius energy. So this is about hope and healing. It's about having faith. It's about wishes being fulfilled and things coming true, right? The Star is a beautiful, hopeful card. Yes, Four of Wands. Guys, some of you guys, this really has a lot to do with family. There might be some new additions, right? Which we always welcome that. That's fun. Especially we do have the Ten of Cups here. Remember, this is about family as well. So this, some of you guys, this has to do with, you know, it's interesting. Like, let's say if you are with someone and like, let's say, you know, maybe they've been having mood swings because they're pregnant, or like you're pregnant because your partner's having, you know, that type of thing. I don't know. That's just an example. But whatever it is that you are dealing with, whatever storm you guys might be facing, I feel like you guys will overcome it. And this month you will get clarity. Six of Pentacles and this Eight of Swords. Now, Eight of Swords is sitting in your environment. So yeah, it's interesting because most of this, for me, at least as it pertains to you guys, it doesn't even feel like it's you who's having the problem or you that's being stuck. It almost feels like maybe you had a partner that's kind of pulled away from you. I don't think there's any big issue. They might, well, it depends on the person. Now, you might be dealing with another earth sign, okay? Earth and air here. So Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But the Six of Pentacles, see how she's giving to the situation, right? She's feeding the cats. The Six of Pentacles often talks about balance or a lack of balance. So also, if there is, let's say you have a partner and they've been feeling a little bit distant, it might be because maybe they feel like you need to step up to the plate a little bit. Just saying. Maybe this is something they don't want to tell you or haven't told you, right? Because Eight of Swords energy, this is when we get ourselves stuck in our own mental prison. And so again, this almost feels like if this is a situation, like maybe you guys haven't had these issues yet. And so like talking about an issue could be quite uncomfortable for this person. But it could just be a situation of maybe they feel like they need a little bit more from you, whether it's time, whether it's just mindfulness, whether it's help around the house. And I think it's almost something as simple as that, but without the communication happening, you might be in your head making it a little bit bigger, right? Yeah. And thinking that they don't care. Like, I think like this Four of Cups is sitting in your hopes and fears. So it's almost like you feel like someone's not caring or not interested, not invested anymore. It just takes a little communication. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy, she's, you know, she's the heartbreak queen. She's the queen who's gone through all the things. She's the queen who's learned lessons and life was her teacher, right? This isn't a queen who necessarily had the formal education, but she's someone you could trust. She's someone you could talk to. She's very discerning. She's very honest, but she requires truth. She requires the communication. So... And again, Mercury retrograde might be having you or your partner feeling a little bit wonky this month, but I think it's nothing that a little communication can't cure. I just get the feeling that maybe this is like the first time you guys are having an issue, or maybe it's the first time in a long time or whatever, something along those lines to where it might be a bit uncomfortable. But it's really not as big as it seems. Now, Ten of Wands is the last card here. So definitely do this before this is something that gets stacked up to being, this huge thing when it could have been something so simple in the beginning, because 10 of Wands is about taking on too much, right? This is about you needing to delegate some things. And in this case, it would be like you needing to let it out. You need to talk about it. You need to whatever. Because holding it all in doesn't really work either. Now, Taurus, I know you guys can do that because you guys are very much like, no, I can handle it, and all this stuff, but no, you can't. And it ends up just being something bigger in the beginning or bigger at the end of the day. Now, it is 10 of Wands, so I do like that. So it's the end of a cycle, right? And then you got the Strength card. Strength card has been showing up a lot this month. So strength is about, nurturing yourself and giving yourself the time that you need, giving yourself the tools or whatever that you need. Also, if you are taking on a lot, whether it's at work or at home, this could be about delegating things. Now, remember how I said with this environment, this could be like the person could be feeling a little bit distant or being a little bit weird because they feel like maybe you're not contributing, but this could also be the other way around, right? This could be like you feel like you're doing everything and you just need a little bit of help, but you're trying to be understanding of the person that you're dealing with. That absolutely is showing up here too, right? General. So it could go either way. But at the end of the day, what I do know is it's nothing that a little bit of communication and sincerity and some compassion can't heal. Like, I just don't want this situation to be blown up more to where you're thinking that they don't love you, they're not interested anymore, or where they're thinking the same thing about you. Because this is something that you guys can work through and talk through. Again, remember this raindrops, it says take a chance on them. And they're literally out in a storm, and it talks about like there being storms in all situations, but after you get out of this, you realize like this is your person, right? And if you are having like a little situation like that, this is really only going to make you stronger. Yeah, this is only really going to make you stronger. I don't see this being ugly. I don't see there being a big argument. Like, so if you're making it bigger in your head, I don't see any of that. I actually think that there's going to be a good, respectful amount of communication. And I think that both of you guys are in a place where you both want to work on this. So I think it's worth it to both parties, basically, is what I'm saying. You got spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Teamed up with raindrops, take a chance on them. Like, this is for real, right? And relationships aren't always cute, and they're not always easy. You're not always just obsessed with each other. Like, real shit happens, real life happens, people get tired, people get frustrated. Sometimes we forget how to use our communication skills, all these things. Like, that is a part of life. But you guys have a connection that's beyond physical. It's beyond the lusting and the whatever attraction. This is a spiritual connection, and I know you guys know that. So this is worth it. So just have the conversation. You got the star here, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. So there is healing and hope and just things getting better and elevating as you do so. And then if we really, haven't driven home the point that this is your person, you got the soulmate card, and it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Boom. So, I mean, it's in the cards, okay? You also got the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am, right? So kicking fear out the door, being intentional, right? Having faith, having divine faith, no matter, right? Faith is one of those things that's tricky because there is no evidence of said thing. It's a belief and acting on the belief. Like, have faith, be fearless. You are free. Things are beautiful. This relationship is beautiful. You might just be having your first little bump in the road. And then you got donations, tithing, and charitable work. So it says, give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So you're getting nothing but more good. As you donate, as you tithe, you'll feel even better. So even if you're not necessarily donating to a cause or organization or tithing in church or something, go through your old clothes, go through all your old shit. If you got a bunch of stuff you can give away to the Goodwill or something like that. Like, these things not only are going to free up energy and free up space in your life for more, it's going to feel good. You're going to feel like you did your part. You know what I mean? So if you're feeling stuck, especially this month, it might be Like the easiest solution might be to look outside of yourself and your situation and be of service and help to others. And that will lift you. That will give you a emotional boost that's very much needed. But in terms of your relationship, you're with your soulmate, many of you. This is a beautiful connection. You might just be having a little bit of a hard time this month. Your partner or you might be having a little bit of a harder time expressing how they really feel because you might not even fucking know how you really feel. We're in Mercury retrograde and things are a little bit wonky, a little bit backwards. So give it time, be patient. I think this is a beautiful magnetic connection. You got some powerful cards: the World, the Lovers, Wheel of Fortune, Star. I mean, my God, strength. This is a really good month. This is a really good month for you. This is a really good month for your relationship. This is a really good month to show what you're made of. So I'm excited. I hope that this resonates. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you later. Bye, Taurus.